come up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Oh, someone said yes, Beth. Hope everybody is doing well and okay. Can you guys see us, by the way? Let us know, because I don't know if you can see us. I think you can. Yeah, there you go. It's live.
Yes.
Beth, thank you very much for coming through. The dynamic duo, says Josh. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Tom, as well, says yes, Beth. I wanted to do, obviously, a weekly video on game week prediction, but with a little bit of twist, bringing in a new guest every single time. And since me and Beth don't get on at all, at all, we're always fighting and beefing and disagreeing, I thought it'll be a good time to bring you in. But thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you.
You do love me, really.
Ah.
Yeah, you do. Don't lie. You
It's
do.
the hot and
but-
cold. It's the hot and cold because
Yeah,
I can be so hot and you can be so cool. It's good. It's a good balance.
Yeah, but it's good. It works. It works. Dynamic duo.
It
I have
does.
to say, it's nice to be in Planet Fast Studios.
Yeah. What did you think of the studio?
I finally got the invite. I think it got lost in the mail for a while, but got the invite.
I mean, someone
and
was
it's nice.
really begging.
I
Like,
was begging it to come on. But it's a nice studio, and excited to get into the chat. A bit more laid back vibe. Obviously, on United stand, we're on it together quite a lot.
Yes.
But we're more in a laid back sort of setting right now.
Yes.
So it's good.
Yes, and then obviously because the channel is so big, we want to be presenting, we want to be professional, which is all the right things. But here we keep it just nice and chilled, relaxed. And you can flip flop on this side, by the way. It's okay.
Yeah,
you can flip flop, comfortably. You can flip flop
in your comfortable environment.
Yes.
Is that why sometimes you do it on the United stand because you forget where you are?
Maybe so. But listen, I want to start off with obviously this week's games. There's lots of games on Saturday. But before I do all of the other games, I want to do the United game first because it's obviously we both support United. So Manchester United versus Brighton at home. I've already told you. You already know. I think we're gonna lose.
I know it's not like you with this negative.
It isn't.
Mr.
It isn't.
Mickey Mouse Salah. I still remember that one.
Yeah, it isn't. And I think we're gonna lose 2-1. I just don't see how we end up winning it with Bruno on the right and whatever. So, especially considering our form and considering them beating Newcastle just before the break as well, and Evan Ferguson being, wrapped in cotton wool.
So what we should do? We should rip off Goldbridge and Foster's one, where they do predictions for a tenner, and then they come back the next week and see how many people got it right. And see how you got it right. We should rip them off. But no.
You've been collecting check as well. You got tenner off freaking Ricky.
Yeah, but I had to give it back to Ryan.
Oh yeah.
because England didn't win.
Oh yeah.
It was so annoying. But no, United, I think we're gonna win. I think we're gonna win 2-1.
Do you believe it?
I don't know. I never predict a United loss. I get you. Brighton are better than us right now. They are. They have started the season much better. They're much more of a goal threat, and that's like a bit embarrassing for us. I know Brighton are a very good side, but we should be better than them. But they are better than us. But I just think some of our players have had a really good international break. We have to win. The pressure's on. We're at Old Trafford. With everything that's going on behind the scenes, how good would it be to just go on the pitch and be like, you know what? Let's kickstart our season from here. Let's beat Brighton, last team to beat us at home. Keep Old Trafford a fortress. I think we can beat them. And plus, you know what? Hoyland debut probably. That's going to get the crowd riled up. You've also got.
You reckon he gets a debut instead of Martial starting?
Yeah, I think he'll start. I don't know, to be honest. Ten Hag might stick with him, but I think Hoyland will definitely play. He'll definitely come on at some point, even if he doesn't start. And then you've got everyone's thinking who's going to play on the right wing. I hope it is. I'd rather it be Garnacho than Bruno. My first option would be Palestri.
You would rather play Garnacho on the right?
I
agree though.
Than Bruno.
Yeah, I agree.
Than Bruno,
I agree.
yeah. But I want it to be Palestri. I just don't know if it will be. But yeah, I'm excited. Amrabat as well could make an appearance. We don't know if Mason Mount's going to be back. I do think United have a lot going for him. The problem is, Martinez, we need him fit. I can't deal with Maguire playing. And I'm sorry, Maguire's mum, don't come and hunt me down. But I don't want him to play. And that's...
You know what? I feel bad for Harry, I do. I do. For his mum to come out, like, family members have been clearly talking and people have been talking behind the scenes. But anyways, I think Martinez will play.
No, I feel bad. And they obviously staged that Tom Holland interview and all that.
You do.
I think it was planned PR, to be honest. And I feel bad for him for, not physical, but, abuse, personal abuse. Personal abuse isn't on. But I've said, there's a fine line. Well, not a fine line. There's a clear line between abuse and criticism. And as a footballer playing for Man United, you are going to get criticism. That's just the way it goes. Yeah. Is there a lot of spotlight on him? Probably more than anybody else. Yes. But as a pundit and as a fan, you should be able to, critique players. But personal abuse, he's never okay.
No, true. And
he does receive that.
I mean, and I don't want to, you know what? Because we want to be positive, even though I don't feel positive about the game, I'm not going to say that if a certain person starts, we're going to be losing. You know, I don't want to say that. And by the way, I've been saying Manchester United are Solutions FC last season. Remember, that's the nickname I gave them, Solution FC. So I'm still going to stick with my 2-1 loss, and you are saying 2-1 win. So clip this.
Højlund goal. Okay. Let's go.
We're going to clip this up. Højlund goal, and who else? Has to be Rashford, isn't it?
Bruno.
Wow.
Højlund and Bruno. Bring it home.
Okay, Højlund and Bruno. I think
Evan Ferguson, if he's fit, might score.
I think Evan Ferguson or Danny Welbeck is going to end up doing some damage.
Danny Welbeck, no.
I think so. And Ricky's not on the forum though, is he? He's
away.
Not on the forum. I'm not on the forum.
I know you're not.
Good luck.
You've been kicked out.
Good luck. I've been benched. The gaffer has benched me. I don't know why. I'm training hard.
You're on the build-up show.
Yeah, I'm on the build-up show. But yeah, I'm on first half. Second half, I got took off. But yeah, it's all right. Minutes for the boys, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rotation.
We've got a newbie.
Competition's good.
Competition for places.
Competition is good, you know.
You'll be back on next week.
They say I don't have a right foot. But yeah, okay, I'm going with 2-1 Brighton. You're going with 2-1 Manchester United. We'll leave it at that, and we'll come back and see what happens. I'm going to clip this up and put it out after the game. The first game is Wolves versus Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool with a great win against Villa in their last game before international break,
really
and Wolves with a win with a loss against Palace, very close, 3-2. Who are you going for? Liverpool, obviously, since that Newcastle game, everybody has been speaking about Liverpool, saying Liverpool can challenge their midfield, strengthening Gravenberg, Szoboszlai, Endo, Darwin Núñez taking less touches on the ball. Jota,
I think Darwin Núñez is good, by the way. I really do think he's good.
He's good.
Honestly, I genuinely when he's been dropped. He's been dropped at the start of the season. I'm like, why is he not playing? I think he's really. He's got quality. Yeah, he's struggled to find the back of the net at times, which you have to do as a striker. But you talk about attributes. He's got them all. And them finishes against Newcastle.
That's what I'm saying.
Insane.
The finishes.
And I hate saying it because it's Liverpool, but it's just annoying.
And for the price they got him,
still expensive.
70,
he paid like 80 mil.
70, 80 mil. I mean, considering what we paid for Rasmus.
I think I can't see anything but Liverpool winning this game. I know it's away from home, the Molineux, but I still see Liverpool.
I don't see Wolves doing what they did to us in the midfield to Liverpool, considering Liverpool's midfield. But they might concede a goal because Liverpool's defence hasn't been solid, innit? So you want to.
And Van Dijk's still not there, I suppose.
So they've been conceding pretty much every game other than the last game against Villa. They've been conceding every game.
I think they win this game. I actually think they win it.
What you saying? Score prediction?
I think they win it 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
I will go with that. 2-0. Yeah. Right. The next one, Aston Villa versus Palace. Palace, obviously Eze, Olise, but then Edouard. I don't have any faith in him. But
he's one of the worst strikers in the league.
I don't know how he's made it into the Premier League. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but I get so annoyed when I'm watching.
He's awful.
His free kicks are good though.
Who?
Edwards. Takes a good free kick.
You want Olise on the free kicks from
Villa?
Crystal Palace.
What do you think? Villa on a good run?
Villa at home at Villa Park.
Yeah, on a good run.
And especially coming off the back of that loss to Liverpool, I think they beat Palace. I think they beat Palace 2-1.
I was speaking to my boy.
Diaby looks good.
Palace beat Plymouth. I was a bit upset about that. My friend plays for Plymouth. I wanted Plymouth to win.
Oh, really?
But I think it might be a draw. I don't know why. I feel like it might be a draw. It's giving draw vibes. Really? I don't know why.
I think Villa win it at home.
Villa. I mean, coming off that big loss against Liverpool, Villa will look to get 3 points at home. But Ollie Watkins hasn't started the season well.
What was Palace's last game?
Palace's last game was against Wolves, and they beat them 3-2.
Ooh, okay.
But,
okay. No, I'm still going 2-1 Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it might be a higher score. It might even be 3-2 Villa, because I think Villa are prone to conceding goals.
Yeah.
They play that high line that sometimes gets caught off guard. Do you know what? Sack it. I'm gonna go 3-2. 3-2 to Villa.
But this season, Villa have done well. Look, against Everton, no goals. Against Hibernia, Burnley, they conceded 1 away. At home, they've not conceded a goal yet.
Okay, I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa. Final predictions, 2-1. I want Ollie Watkins to do something. He's in my fantasy team and he's not doing enough for me.
I'm going with 1-1. I don't know why. I'm going with 1-1. Fulham versus Luton.
It's good to have different predictions.
Yeah, Fulham versus Luton. Luton have had a diabolical start to the season, but just as much as Fulham haven't had the best start to the season as well. But they got the little win against Spurs in the cup run.
Do you know what it is about Fulham? I really like them. I honestly really like him.
What is it that you like about them?
I like Marco Silva a lot. I really like Marco Silva. I like the fact he wears his heart on his sleeve. I love managers like that. It's just characters, isn't it? Okay. And sometimes he goes overboard. If he was like our manager, I'd be like, oh, stop getting red cards. Yeah. But like, really like. You like the Jose Mourinho? I like the vibe. Yeah. I love the fact he turned down Saudi Arabia for crazy money because he had integrity and wanted to stay managing the Premier League, and he had a job to do with Fulham. Love that. And I think Fulham have got some good players, and I think they play some good football. Yes, they can be better, and maybe they had a really good start last year, dropped off a little, and this season I think they'll be like mid just below mid-table. Like I don't think they'll be anywhere near relegation, but
I don't think so as well.
I really do like watching them. I like Pereira, obviously. Why did we let him go? Would have been good as a squad player. So I like Fulham. And Luton, I think genuinely, when are they going to get a point? I think they look horrendous. To be fair, against Chelsea they had a couple chances, but I just don't see them scoring goals. Yeah,
I mean, but again, chances or not, the only goal they've scored so far was against West Ham, wasn't it? They only scored one goal against West Ham, but that Adebayo, he looks alright, and Chong as well. Big up Chong, of course. But Fulham, I think for me, I like Fulham because of Raul Jimenez. I've been a big fan of him since last season as well.
Yeah, I like Raul
and
Jimenez.
He's a proper striker.
It's really sad, but obviously he dipped a little bit after his injury.
Yeah.
But he is a very good striker.
He's a very good striker. I think I'm going with Fulham 3-0. I think Fulham will get absolutely, take the game to Luton. And in Luton away, let's be honest, it's not.
I'm gonna go Fulham 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's see if Luton can score a goal. I don't picture him, but I want to go somewhere different to you.
Okay.
But I do think Fulham wins that game.
Spurs versus Sheffield United is the next one. Spurs are absolutely balling out of control. What's their goal difference? Someone comment Spurs' goal difference in the chat.
I need to get Maddison or Son in my fantasy team.
They didn't believe in me when I said Heung-min Son. They never believed in me. I kept telling you. Did I not tell you, Beth, about Son?
I know. You told me Chelsea were going to win the league.
This season. Listen. I don't consent.
Did you not say that? Get the lie detector test out now.
Where did I say it? Where?
You said it to me in the office.
Off camera.
Exactly.
What we say off camera stays off camera because you say a lot of shit off camera. You say a lot of shit off camera. But I thought Chelsea were going to do well, We'll come to Chelsea eventually. But Spurs versus Sheffield United. Spurs and absolutely.
You got attracted by the big names, but anyway.
Yeah, I did. But yeah, goal difference. What's Spurs' goal difference? +7 and ours is -2.
Ange Ball is in full flow. I have to say, I'm going to be completely honest. I literally said before the season started, I think I don't even see Spurs getting top half the table, potentially.
I remember.
Because I thought losing Kane would be disastrous.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest, I didn't know...
Bissouma not had a good season last season.
Yeah, I didn't know much about Ange Postecoglou, and I didn't really... Maybe I was a little bit judgmental, with the Aussie.
Yeah.
Sometimes the Aussie and the Americans, they get a bit of judgment coming into English football, don't they? But I've got to be honest, I absolutely love the way he speaks in his press conferences.
Yes.
He seems like a really solid guy.
Yeah.
A sound guy. And this team is playing the exact type of football you want. Because I've seen Spurs be so, under Mourinho and Conte was so negative. They were so boring, and there were such losers. Not to be like Spurs are known as losers. Let's be honest, like bottlers. And I still have to say, this early on in the season, you can't get too carried away. You can get new manager bounces. It's only been a few games, but from what I've seen so far, really like the way Ange Postecoglou is playing football. Maddison's been an unreal signing, and you know what? I think they could be up there this year.
I want to tell you 2 things about Ange that I researched and found out. Is pretty much every club that Ange Postecoglou has gone in, he sold the biggest 3 players of that club in the first or second season, and he's gone on to win the league later on. And also the second thing is I like him, I fancy him because he has this talent ID of these countries that nobody knows about. the Aussie side and all of those players from that side, I would love for him to bring in some players and open the Premier League's eyes to seeing players from that side of the pond. Because we're always looking in Europe or Brazil or South America, you know. So yeah, I think for what he's done, and also Matt from United Stand, big up Matt, who was telling us that whilst he was in Scotland, the club that he was managing, the fans actually hated him.
Really?
Until he started making some, getting some wins, and then obviously helping them secure loads of success, and fans ended up adoring him. But at the start, they were like, "Who the hell is this guy? We don't like him. We don't want him. We've never heard of him." And he was selling all their best players. But that's what he does when he goes to clubs. And look at what he's done. The pattern is so similar that he sold Kane, no problem, and he's just got something out of Bissouma.
Yeah, he
instantly.
looks good.
Madison is a relegated player, but we know he's a really good player.
Yeah, he's great.
But again, he's taking him levels, and it's going to be interesting to see the centre back that he's bought as well, Vluskovic or something.
You could always see the potential in Madison, but he is really hitting like these new heights in this team.
But his bread and butter is going to be made of Richarlison. What he does with Richarlison is going to be his.
Well, I'd play Son up front, to be honest.
Yeah, but Richarlison is still a top big name player.
Yeah.
He's still a starting 11 player. So if he can make him tick, then I think he will. But Sheffield United, I see them getting relegated this year.
Yeah, I think they'll get relegated. They look a bit more promising than Luton, just a tad. It's a shame really, because we've had, I think was it last year that all of the promoted teams stayed up.
Yes.
Yeah, like you want to see that kind of fight, but this year
Yes.
they just don't look. I think all three could go back down. Like Burnley look crap.
They've only
as well.
got a point so far, haven't they? As
Yeah,
well.
so Sheffield United, Tottenham, I don't see anything but a Tottenham win. I'm gonna go 3-0 to Spurs.
I was gonna say 3, but then I was thinking of Son, and I was thinking of goal
Maybe
difference.
4.
Yeah, I'm going with 4-0. I think Tottenham absolutely
Wipe the
finished
floor.
them. Yeah,
Maybe I should go. Might go 4-1.
4-1. Okay.
No, I'm gonna go 3-0. 3-0.
3-0. I'm going 4-0. Right, West Ham versus Man City. I like this game very, very much. I want someone.
I'm so annoyed it's not at the same time as United.
If there's anyone that can give Man City a good game this early on, considering all the fixtures, West Ham are them because of their signings and what Moise has done so far. What the hell?
Moise.
What the hell is he doing?
Do you know what we call him?
What?
I can say this on this channel.
Go on.
What we call him in my family, we call him Nana Moise.
Why?
Because he looks like a grandma. So when he ever comes on the screen, my dad goes, "Here we go. What's Nana Moise gonna say this time?" David Moyes he's a funny character, isn't
But
he?
he's a veteran of Premier League. He's a Prem veteran.
He's a proper veteran. He's
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce tackle.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. I thought this year David Moyes could be up for the sack. I thought he could be, because I didn't know if he'd be able to get anything out of these new players he signed. I think the signings are brilliant, by the way.
Brilliant.
They've made some great signings. Alvarez looks top class. I actually think, why has United not been looking at that?
Edson
Alvarez looked
no.
great. Kudus, who we've not even barely seen yet, looks really good. Bowen's obviously a good player. The fact they've kept hold of Paqueta, who I think is great as well.
Yep.
But like last year, he wasn't really getting the best out of Paqueta. He ended up doing it in the end, but at the start, you were like, what? He's not really working that much in his team. When they have Skamaka in, he couldn't really get the best out of him. And I thought, Moyes this year, he might struggle with these players he's brought in and playing that kind of, playing some good football. But tell you what, started off brilliantly. Got some good players in that team. I think Bowen's been linked to Liverpool, hasn't he? And fair enough, because he looks really good. He's been very good for a couple of years now. But I actually think they can give. I think they can give City a go.
Yeah.
The way Moyes targeted Brighton with Milner as right back and just kept that was a very good tactical game plan from David Moyes, and maybe he's got something.
He's almost given us the blueprint.
Yeah, he has. I mean, it's bad because now De Zerbi's will have clocked on.
We'll have clocked on. But one of my favourite players, of course, Paqueta is I really like him, but it's Benrahma. His tech is certified.
Good, yeah.
His tech is absolutely certified, and Areola is a good keeper as well. But Man City, I don't know how without Kevin De Bruyne are just finding ways to still find supplies and score goals. And it's that kid that Alvarez, isn't it? Dropping in, and a forward now playing in the 10, and Kovacic has been very good for them as well. It just works. They just have players and they can swap like for like. And then now comes Doku.
I keep looking at City and thinking I don't see him dropping any points. I don't see him losing.
It's just impossible, isn't it?
Like, where are they going to lose a game? Don't see it happening.
It's just impossible. Ake can play on the fullback. He can play in the centre back.
The way
Diaz can
Pep's
do that. It's so
got
fluid.
all them
Everything is so
centre-backs
fluid.
in that can literally play all across the back line.
All
who are
across,
big
anywhere.
and tall and good on the ball. He's such a good manager. I hate to say it, but he's a class manager, like world class, like unbelievable manager. And it's sad, isn't it? I can't wait for Pep to leave City. I cannot wait. The day Pep leaves City, I will genuinely go on an absolute, I will be loving it because that means the Premier League's back open.
But that's sad.
I know.
It's sad, innit?
I don't see anyone being able to win the league while he's there. I just don't. Like, people saying, De Bruyne is injured. I think even if Haaland gets injured, they still go on.
Yeah, they just put Alvarez up front.
Haaland's brilliant, obviously, but this team ticks no matter what.
Yeah.
It's a team.
I mean,
and I've said it before. I think you put Bruno Fernandes in that.
I thought they'd put,
and he goes down as one of the best.
I thought they would have put Nunes on the wing and put Foden in the middle, but he put Foden on the left and put Alvarez on the middle, and I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming.
With that. But as I was saying, this is a clip for you. I think if Bruno Fernandes was in that City team, he'd go down as one of the best midfielders of Premier League generally.
That's not actually that bold if you think about it because of his chance creation. But
I think he'd be insane.
It's not actually that bold.
It's a team there.
But West Ham versus Man City, I want to say a draw. City don't drop points, sure.
It's away from home as well.
I'm basing it on West Ham's form, the way they handled Chelsea, the way they handled Brighton. Obviously, they did okay against Luton. I'm basing it on that.
I'm going to go 1-0.
Okay, you're going same then.
So you're going 1-0?
Yeah, I was going to say 1-0. I don't think they can keep a clean sheet.
No.
But I'm going with 1-0.
Do you know what it is with City? It's like even against like Sheffield United, when Sheffield United equalised in like the 18th. They still came back again. It's like annoying. It's like inevitable.
Yeah.
They've got this because they've won a treble.
Yeah.
That mentality just ridiculous.
I mean, against us as well at home. Remember.
Yeah.
Right. Newcastle versus Brentford. Newcastle have Eddie. How can you disappoint me so bad? Pun intended, because I really wanted Newcastle to show, what the Middle Eastern money can do, and that way all those little people who think Sir Jim Ratcliffe, it would have been nice to show that. But yeah, Newcastle versus Brentford. Brentford have been doing well. What's happened? Go on.
I can say it on here, can't I? Jadon Sancho was asked to apologise to Eric Ten Hag, but he refused.
Yo!
He is using academy facilities to train and will not be considered for first team selection. John Murto is involved as he attempts to mediate the issue. God, what a little spoilt brat, honestly. Not apologising to your manager for doing that.
He's refused.
Honestly, do you think Ten Hag just made it up and singled you out for no reason after giving you 3 months sick leave?
No.
Like,
he won't make it up. He won't make it up.
He's like, just apologise to your manager.
The fact is, if Ronaldo can apologise, who the hell are you?
I'm not saying everyone, but characters like Sancho can't handle a proper manager. They can't handle it. It's too soft.
Pressure makes diamonds, and if you can't handle the pressure, then you're never meant to be a diamond. And people say he did all of this in
couldn't handle
Dortmund. Yeah. I was just gonna say he did all of that in Dortmund, but the environment's different to Man City, and he left Man City because he was making X amount of demands, wasn't he?
He wanted to play more.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Well, tough if you're not training properly.
Foden ain't demanded shit until he started really doing his thing.
Still, now he's getting benched. Foden will have an unbelievable performance, right? And he'll get benched the next game, and nothing comes out.
Nah, it's just. I'll cover it on the 8 p.m. anyways. You'll get my full thoughts on that. But yeah, Newcastle versus Brentford. Brentford have started off the season better than Newcastle. Newcastle took 3 losses back to back. Eddie Howe sacked this season, you reckon?
I did say Eddie Howe will be under pressure, but no, I don't think he is. I don't think Newcastle will be anywhere near as good as last year. I've said that. But I still think they're a very, very good team. Look at how they've started off with some really tough fixtures.
Yes, they have.
And
Liverpool.
What was their fall, which I think might affect them, is losing that Liverpool game. They should not have lost that game. Like, that's going to affect them a little.
The shushing and all of that.
Yeah, that's going to affect them a little. They should have won that, and Newcastle last year win that without a doubt.
I don't know. I mean, they started.
Brentford are a very good side.
They started off the season where everybody went, Newcastle is coming 5-1, and then boom, down they went.
I'm gonna go 2-1 to Newcastle.
But they have been scoring. Against City, there was a very tight game. I remember City only won 1-0 against Newcastle. So they have been scoring one goal, so they can't score goals, and so have Brentford. Brentford can score goals as well. So
Brentford are good, but they're not as good away from home. They're better at home. Brentford.
Sure, okay, I'll take that.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Newcastle.
I'm gonna go with 2-1 Newcastle as well. It's just a safe. I don't think Newcastle can hold out a clean sheet.
No.
The next one now, and this will be on the Sunday. Yeah, this is the Sunday games. We've got Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Go on.
I was about to say match of the day if United win, because I don't watch it if United lose. But match of the day if United win is looking very tasty.
Why?
Have you seen the games?
Oh right, okay.
On Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
I've been loving that.
Yeah. Bournemouth versus Chelsea. Interesting. Neither of them have started the season really well. I mean, Chelsea just getting one more win over them, but then Chelsea having a big draw against Liverpool at the start.
Chelsea don't look good.
You reckon?
But I also am sad at this.
But you like Thingy, don't you?
I'm sad
Jackson.
at the fact I think he's got potential. He's not a finished product.
No.
Sure. He's missed a few chances and everyone's saying he's awful. It's like you gotta look. You know, I'm not bigging myself up because I've got stuff wrong in the past. But intelligent people at football, they don't just look at like a few chances. They look at attributes. They look at what you're doing in a game. They look at potential. They see it in the future happening. But do you know what worries me about this Chelsea team is that I think United will probably be competing with them this year. I think Chelsea and United just both look way off the pace.
In terms of what?
Just Chelsea just
top
don't
5,
look
top
like
6.
they can score goals. Just don't. Do you know what it is about the Chelsea? They don't.
I mean, they just scored against freaking.
They don't have a talisman.
Luton.
They don't have a talisman.
But then that's
Luton.
Luton.
But Luton are crap.
That's Luton.
Luton are crap.
By the way, they had a tough game against Wimbledon.
Yeah, like I know they rotate a few players, but with Chelsea, I think they don't have a talisman. Like, Spurs have Maddison, City have everyone because, they're all creatively brilliant. Man United have Bruno. Arsenal have Odegaard.
But what about Enzo?
Yeah, but he's not like he's not like a proper attacking midfielder. He's more of a box to box.
And same as Caicedo.
Yeah.
So
don't
who
really
is their
have that
attacking midfielder?
Technical, creator that's going to unlock the door for them. That's what I think they're missing, personally.
And Mudryk has been diabolical.
Oh God! But to be fair to him, he doesn't really get much chance. It's like 10 minutes at the end of the game.
I think for me, the only player that's carrying them is Raheem Sterling this season.
Yeah,
everything is going to go through him.
Sterling's looked on fire, to be fair.
Yeah, everything's going to go through him. I don't really rate.
I think Jackson has potential, but they need someone more experienced.
The experience is very much lacking. Apart from Silva and Sterling, and Sanchez,
that 100 mil they went on to spend on Caicedo, they should have gone and spent it on getting Aston or something.
It's a big shout. They could have done, or even Vlahovic. They were linked with Vlahovic as well. I don't know. Bournemouth. They've had a good win against Swansea in the cup run, but other than that, they've just taken hella losses. Loss against Liverpool, loss against Spurs, a draw against West Ham, which was a big game. West Ham obviously now doing well, and a draw against Bournemouth as well. They will look to. I think they will take a point. If you give Bournemouth a point, they will take it now.
I'm gonna go with Summit.
But I think. I'm very confused.
I'm thinking about going 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Wow, manager's getting sacked. Nah. If Chelsea lose this game, pressure is mounting, seriously mounting.
I'm either gonna go 1-1 or 1-0. I can't decide. You go first.
What do you guys say in the chat? People are saying 1-1. I don't know. What you guys saying in the chat? Let us know. I don't know. I'm going to go with 1-0 Chelsea. I think Chelsea have to get a win. If they don't get a win, that's pathetic considering how much money they've spent. And 1-0, I'm being very, very generous. Very generous.
I'm going to go 1-0.
They should be doing like 2-3-0 against Bournemouth, considering the players they have.
I'm going to go
Malo
1-0.
Gusto, Gallagher, Chilwell.
Do you know that the Bournemouth manager, when he was in Spain, did he manage Rayo Valenco, I think? He had a really good record against getting points off the top 6.
Total Football says Poch has spent nearly 400 million in his first window.
See, he's mad that we've spent that and we're still sat here saying Bournemouth could get a 1-0 win.
And it's not it's just any players. They're like obviously Enzo Fernandez, World Cup winner, Caicedo, the most sought after midfielder, Raheem Sterling, a Premier League proven,
they just
Hall
don't
of
look like
Fame.
they're gelling at all.
Something's not right, is it?
I'm gonna go with it's a tough one. My gut is saying 1-0 to Bournemouth.
Broha as well. They've not managed to.
I'm going 1-0. I'm going 1-0.
Thiago Silva, Colwill. You don't believe in them keeping a clean sheet?
I think Colwill's good, but
Disasi as well. We were linked with him.
I'm going 1-0.
Had a good game against Forest, but big up to Ilanga. I think Sterling scores, and I'm going to go with 1-0 to Chelsea.
Okay.
I was even going to say 2-0 to Chelsea.
That's something different then for us.
Because Sterling's on fire. Sterling's on fire. But losing, oh my God, they lost against Forest at home.
I know. Sterling did look good, he just couldn't finish.
I don't know. 1-0 Chelsea. Yeah, I'm going with 1-0 Chelsea. Stick with that. And you went 1-0 Bournemouth.
No, 1-0.
1-0. Okay, you're going with the draw. Right, okay. Everton versus Arsenal. This is just piss easy, innit? Come on.
Yeah. I'm going to go...
Everton gains relegated.
Go 3-0 Arsenal.
Everton game relegated. This is
yeah,
easy.
they're going down this year.
They're done.
Sean Dyche will be sacked very soon.
They're done.
3-0 Arsenal. If you look at their team, it's absolutely
What do you think's going wrong with Everton?
He sold their only good player, Damari Gray, and throws him out the team. He was their only good player.
Gray going to Saudi
I know.
At that age.
He was generally their only good player. Calvert-Lewin's good, but he's injured all the time. Anana's decent.
Which team has he gone to, Damari Gray?
I don't know. He's gone to one in Saudi.
What's the name of the team? Can someone tell me in the chat? So is it Ettifaq?
Al Ettifaq, I think.
I don't know. But at 27, 28, he's gone to Saudi. Yeah. I can't believe that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Everton, what's going wrong? Pickford is just leaking goals left, right, and centre.
Patterson's alright. They're right back, but it's just like
Villa gave it to them, innit? 4-0. Yo.
I'm going 3-0.
3-0, innit?
Yeah, 3-0.
Declan Rice is gonna run rings around them, and probably Nketiah and Jesus as well. But
I don't see anything but an Arsenal
What
win.
if a shock?
Is it Goodison, I suppose?
I mean, a shock, Goodison Park, Arsenal.
There's no way. I'm sorry, there's literally no way that Everton get anything.
Someone said Everton. Oh, actually, hold on.
What?
Everton are a bogey team for Arsenal. At home, Everton have won at home against Arsenal twice.
Ooh, I still don't see it.
Who said that? Shanaz. Clever.
Thank you, Shanaz.
Yeah, they've beaten Arsenal twice at home, back to back.
I still don't see it though, Faz. They look awful.
Last season as well, 1-0.
Decore's decent.
This is got me thinking. This has. It's got me thinking.
Oh, you go something different then. I'm going 3-0 Arsenal.
Big up Jimmy Garner, man.
Jimmy Garner.
Big up Jimmy Garner. I wanted him to stay so bad in United. I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm going with a draw because
he's actually been alright since he went.
Of course he is. He's top player. He's top player promotion from Championship.
They just don't. I mean, that striker. To be fair, that striker they've bought looks good. That new striker they've bought. They've sold Marpe, haven't they? And they've bought a new one. He actually looks decent. And Danjuma looked good last game. I watched them against. Who were they against?
United.
Sheffield United. It was a good game, that.
Beto is the name.
I'm still going 3-0 to Arsenal.
Big up Ashley Young.
Yeah.
We'll draw. I'm sticking with the draw. I need Arsenal. Arsenal's downfall is forever the biggest turn on for me.
It's mad to think, like, out of everyone that's left United within, like, the last...
Ashley Young is still in
5
the Prem.
years. Ashley Young's probably had the best career out of them all since.
Welbeck?
Yeah, I'm Welbeck.
Welbeck as well.
All players that are old players, though.
Yeah.
None of the new ones.
Yeah. I was looking at a starting 11 of our academy graduates, and it was mad that only Rashford I can remember. I don't know none of them, like Januzaj.
Januzaj had the world at his feet.
Yeah,
he could have been so good.
And it might end up being the same situation as Jadon Sancho. He's not a graduate of ours, but could be one of the at 23 years old could end up being that case. But yeah, I'm going with a draw. And the last game of game week 5 is Forest versus Burnley.
Company.
I like Burnley Stadium, by the way, because you're so close to the pitch.
Yeah.
Have you been?
I've not been into it. I've seen it outside.
It's a very funny stadium because you can park inside the ground for free if you just blag yourself in. And fans are always fine.
I've heard Turf Moor is a very good atmosphere.
good atmosphere.
I know people that have been there a few times.
And I like how close you are to the pitch. You can almost like throw the ball at the player if it comes to you, which I did actually.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Did you go and watch United there?
No. My friend supports Arsenal, and he had 2 tickets. He took me to Burnley versus Arsenal.
Oh, that's cool.
And I went and saw them. Yeah.
Burnley Forest. Burnley have looked crap. Let's be honest. They've not
Shaky.
looked good.
Yeah.
Company, I really like him despite the fact he's a City player. He seems like a nice guy. By the way, you know, everyone's saying Company's going to replace Pep. I think he's got a while to go yet. People were overhyping him a lot, like saying he should have got the Spurs job. He did a very good job with Burnley in the Championship, but it's a big step up.
100 points is no joke.
And I thought, you know, if they continue to play that football, they might get punished in the Prem. They have been getting punished. But then my brother did say to me, but Marcelo Bielsa did that when he came in to the Prem. He carried on and he had such a good first season. So I don't know with Burnley. They need to turn it around quite quickly. I don't think it helped when they had that, you know, break from Luton and they had missed a game. I think this is going to be a close call, but Forest have actually looked pretty decent start the season. I'm going to go 2-1 to Forest.
Burnley's goal difference is -8.
Yeah, Spurs did him over, didn't they?
Yeah, and Nottingham Forest is 0. But to put a spanner in the works, Burnley did beat Nottingham Forest in Carabao Cup.
I still think Forest win. They've started off on a good run. Think about Forest, right? Against Arsenal, they arguably could have got something. That was their first game. Like, it was very... Like, I thought they were going to score in the final minutes and they were going to, you know, get some out of that game. And then you look at against United, again, shouldn't have lost. Nearly got something at the end and, you know, they just shouldn't have lost that game. They are scoring,
yeah. You're
Had
right.
someone sent off. And then against Chelsea, they beat them. Deservedly so.
Yeah.
So, I think...
Anthony Elanga is just slowly...
I think Forest win this game 2-1.
2-1?
Yep. Someone said in the chat, Adam Hanif said, there's such a gap between mid-table and top 6, let alone Prem to Championship. It is true, like, well, it's not top 6, it's like top 8. Like, you know, City, Liverpool, United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Brighton, Villa, Spurs. Oh yeah, I forgot Spurs as well.
Now
like,
West Ham
as well, kind of creeping in there. Brentford even.
Yeah.
Them teams are such.
And then comes Villa.
Then comes like Fulham and that, but there is a big gap between them and the ones at the bottom. I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a Forest win. I have big stocks on Anthony Elanga. I think Forest will win 2-1.
Cool.
Forest will win 2-1, but that's all the games. I'm gonna clip all of them up and then see who gets how many right.
Yeah.
At the end.
Because we did do a few different. What did you go 2-1 on this as well?
Yeah, I went 2-1. What did you say? 2-1 to Forest.
2-1 to Forest.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 with Forest. I can see that because Forest just scores so many goals and Burnley's goal difference is dire. Less embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's actually embarrassing. -8 in the first. What is it for? 3 games.
Yeah.
Spurs absolutely done him over.
Burnley haven't looked good.
They've got the worst goal difference in the league. And Man City have got the best, obviously.
Yeah.
And ours is actually not good as well, to be fair. -2. But now, I want to compare our FPL.
I've not made my changes
I
yet.
know. We're going to do that now.
Oh, God. My FPL's on its ass.
Right, we're going to do our FPL and then show the chat.
My FPL is literally on his ass. I was going to... Wildcard, you got 85 points last...
Yeah, I got 85 last week. Come on, get in.
Like, mine right now is bad.
Hold that. And I started 1 week later as well. What's your total points, by the way? I can check. We're in the same league. United stand team...
I'm 170.
That's why Sancho stands crying in my DM. Smiley face.
I think by the end of the season, I'll pass you.
Probably. Joe, with FPL, I always end up forgetting about it, but I do want to continue. Do you know what my team name is?
Go on.
Baldy knows best. Sancho should take notes.
I need to change mine, actually. I named it Planet Shegging. I need to change it to Planet Mileage.
Yeah, you do.
I do. Okay, let me see. Let me go to my team first and show you my team. What do you think of my team?
Right, okay. So your team is good, especially your front three. Your problem is you've got orange flags all over the place. Martinez might not play, Arnold might not play, and Ferguson might not play. But you know, it's a decent team. Rice. I know he got points last week, but he's not really a goal threat, is he?
Yeah, but if they win, you keep getting points, don't you? But I might change him to I might change Alvarez in there and then put someone else up front.
Alvarez is good.
Listen, Wood was giving me so much points from Forest.
Did you have him in?
Yeah.
And you changed him to Alvarez?
No, Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
After he scored the hat-trick.
That's a good shout, to be fair.
I might change Dalot to Arnold. I don't know. Arnold's always got orange, but let's see yours. So you've got Chill. Oh my God, you got Chilwell in there. Sterling is a very good shout.
Yeah.
Bruno. Listen, Sterling, Saka, and Rashford, you're cleaning up.
Do you reckon though?
Haaland, you're cleaning up. But Bruno and Watkins, you're not.
This is what I mean. Watkins, I was tempted to change him, but I think, do I just keep sticking João Pedro?
But your biggest problem that I learned the hard way is keeping Andre Onana in net. I've taken him out. I'm not keeping him in net. This guy leaking goals, man, left, right, and centre.
I know, but have you seen how good United's
running? Yeah, but you have to keep Onana in net for branding. This is your brand.
Yeah, but have you seen what our upcoming fixtures are? Our fixtures are coming up. Get United's fixtures up.
What is it? Okay, let me get them up. Right there.
You've got Brighton, which obviously I think we will concede, to be fair. Then we've got Burnley. That's a good game. Palace, good game. Galatasaray's in Champions League. Brentford, Sheffield United, Fulham. Oh, we've got City there, but I think we've got a good run.
If Forest can score 2 goals against us,
yeah, but we would
at home.
They scored them in quick succession. It wasn't a fluke because obviously they deserved to score them, but it was a one-off occasion. That wouldn't happen each time.
True. I am jealous of your midfield. I can't lie.
Yeah, no.
Your midfield is proper getting points. Saka, Rashford, and Sterling.
Yeah, but I need Maddison or Son
instead of.
I want to get rid of Rodri.
I've got Areola in net.
Yeah, Areola's a good. I was so good. I had Areola in right till the last minute, but then I'd change him because I thought Moyes might stick with Fabianski. But I went with Areola.
Woodward Super Chat says, Beth, Faz, why are Sancho stands crying in my DMs?
Because they can't handle a strong manager.
What do you have to say to the people that say, Jadon Sancho should stand up for himself?
Do you know what I don't get? I don't get how anyone can excuse the behaviour. Please tell me.
Interesting.
He's refused to apologise to his manager after publicly saying he lied, which he didn't, because he's got a track record for it, and he's done nothing since he's been at United.
But what does that tell you about all the years we've spent with Sancho now? That he's always been a problem, having issues.
Yeah.
It doesn't help his case.
Probably why he's not been playing.
It doesn't help his case. And before, it was all about giving him space, respect, patience. He's gonna come good. But for him to do that back,
got to the end of Ten Hag's tether. I think Ten Hag just thought, you know what, sack you. I give you 3 months off.
In the peak.
When he needed
Christmas
him,
time.
I sent you to Netherlands with my coaches. I did everything I could to help you. I integrated you back in, and you disrespect me, and I don't like that.
Someone says, David says, you can stand up for yourself, but not a public outburst calling the manager a liar. It's the best thing to happen. Pelestri can get his chances. There's a reason City let Sancho go.
Could have just said behind closed doors. This is how you'd approach it. Because let's be honest, Ten Hag's Sancho's boss. It's his boss. Right. If you're not on the forum this week, and maybe you're a little bit like, oh, I'm not on the forum, but you're not going to go to, Goldbridge or Ryan and be like, you're a liar publicly. You just wouldn't do it. You say, if you had a problem with it, you go, this is what Sancho should have gone. You should have gone, Ten Hag, can I have a word with you, please? You should have said, look, I really don't appreciate them comments in the public media. It annoyed me a little bit because I think I've been training well. I really want to get into this team. Can we come to some sort of agreement of how we're going to do that? I want to get to England. I want to work with you. I would appreciate if you went in a different way. That's what all that needs to happen. And Ten Hag would have probably been like, well, you've not done this, you've not done that. This is why I'm annoyed. And you could have handled it behind closed doors. That statement was so silly. And do you know what it is?
And to pin it was even mad because he could have put it up and deleted it.
And do you know what else as well? 24 hours, that's all he had to wait. And that Anthony stuff started to unravel.
What's funnier is why was all the reports coming out afterwards? Journalists,
because they've kept it under wraps.
When I speak to right, you get
Everyone
it now.
Will have known for a while.
Right, so I know certain things that I don't put out until something comes out and whatever. Same like Sam, but the fact that the journalists started hammering all this news out day after day after day after day, it tells you a lot.
Probably it was probably just United saying green light. You can put that out there.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
If he wants it, Give it to him. Because obviously Manchester United have a lot of control.
He's had a bit of a character assonnation this week, but to be honest with you, I don't see much of it not being true.
But listen, one of the greatest, not greatest, but one of the most amazing player that I've seen, Mario Balotelli, do some mad things on the pitch. He used to get absolutely hammered by the media whilst he was in City, whilst he was in Italy. Every week he'd get hammered, but he would come on the pitch and he would do an absolute madness at times.
This is what I mean. Do you remember Tevez?
Yeah.
Everyone used to say Tevez didn't train well at all.
At all, yeah.
But difference was when Tevez played, he played.
Yeah.
And he played to win, and he fought for the team, he gave everything, and he was brilliant. Sancho, don't ever see him fight. Look, for me, he plays like he doesn't want to get his boots dirty.
Yeah.
And I don't think I can remember one stand-up performance apart from the Liverpool game.
Pep literally called Phillips fat in a presser, says Total Football.
Exactly.
And Calvin Phillips ain't come out and said anything. Let's be honest, he didn't.
I just think sometimes people are too soft.
And this is why I started liking Dalot so much more, is because he followed Ronaldo everywhere he went.
Yeah.
And if there's any athlete that you're going to follow, it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, Ronaldo came out and said a lot of the youngsters
didn't
have it.
And when he
he was talking about Sancho.
Yeah, and he was saying that which players do you think are following you? He said, oh, Dalot's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he takes the fact that Aaron Wan-Bissaka can change his career from being borderline sold every week, report.
Never single leak came
Never did nothing, just shut up and worked hard. Why can't you? Why can Rashford do it and you can't, and you're friends with him?
Well, it's like Rashford got dropped and he was probably peed off, and Ten Hag brings him on, he goes and scores, and then they're smiling and hugging at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Garnacho didn't play a minute of pre-season because something to do with his attitude. Ended up changing everything. Did really well and he got given opportunities. Have you seen him and Ten Hag now? They look like best buds.
Yeah. And I want to say is the team around Sancho should do him in more.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what should happen. They should do him in more.
Full of yes men that probably want.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well? Do you know what it is as well? This is just me guessing. Sancho, this week, everyone was saying, oh, he should be allowed to go to New York. You know, players can have a life. And I agree with that. Players can have a life.
100%.
And I don't agree with the excruciating criticism around them going 100%. Out and doing stuff. Because, you know, we go to work and then we go and do stuff. Like, you know, we don't get criticised for that. But. I mean, say, well, Wan-Bissaka no one's giving him stick. This is honestly my opinion. Wan-Bissaka can go because he's been probably one of our best players at the start of this season and he's been very, very good and hasn't had any issues. Sancho has been continuously late. He's not trained well. He's been called out for it. He's then put that statement on. If I was Sancho and his team around him should be saying, look, you train hard at Carrington. You apologise to Ten Hag this week. Anthony's out. Like, this is your chance now to make yourself, you know, proper United player on the right wing. This is your opportunity. We've also been told apparently he only wants to play on the left, which is ridiculous. He's never getting in on that position. But instead, I think people around him probably want that trip to New York. They probably want to go. So he gets, let's go to New York. You know, come on, Jayden, like, let's go. You know, whatever. He should have stayed this week. And in any other circumstance, I would have said, you know what, you know, go off, do you, and he can do what he wants. But in this circumstance, he should have stayed and trained and tried to, you know, make it up to Ten Hag, in my opinion.
I always say this, look, you are a product of your environment. And I don't know Sancho's friends or anything, but if I was Sancho's friend, like obviously some of my friends, you know, they play ball, and I'm very honest with them. If they finish training just on any random week, I'll tell them on the phone, why the hell are you going home?
Yeah.
You're a professional player. Go and practice your free kicks. Your free kicks were awful last week. Why are you going home? Your corner kicks are shit. Go and take your corner kicks. I'm always like pushing them. And I don't just suck up to them because they're a fucking professional player. And if Sancho's family members and friends can't do that, the reason why he's behaving the way he is because he's got people around him saying, yeah. Well done. You know what? Do him. Yeah, you're Jadon Sancho, mate. You're on freaking. You can get wherever you want. Emeka, his agent, will get you a big move or whatever. He might come across like he loves the badge, but does he love himself?
He doesn't.
But does he love himself enough to play good football? Like in life, a lot of things aren't fair. Fucking hell, you can't get the left hand side. Tough luck. Play the side that he gives you. Does Garnacho complain that last game he got put on the right hand side? No, he doesn't.
Son complained he's playing
unless you are one of the best players in the league, literally you can't make demands. And if Bruno Fernandes, your captain, isn't making demands, and Bruno Fernandes is getting shafted left, right, or everywhere, who are you really? Like, let's be honest.
Do you see when that clip of Sancho telling Bruno to like
Yeah,
shut
up,
basically.
yeah.
That I thought came across disrespectful at the time.
Yeah. It should be that the players, I really want to say, the players should like flog him. And that would make him think, wow, you know what? Even my boys are turning on me. Like, I need to get a buy back into the squad.
I think the players will be pissed off.
They have to be. And this is why I said before, Bruno Fernandes has to put it on him.
It's not an example to set to like to Plistri and Ahmad as well, to play him while he's acting that way. So I'm glad. I hope Plistri gets his chance and he takes it.
Yeah. I do.
And I have, by the way, I have no doubt that Sancho is talented enough to play for this team. Talent
doesn't do enough.
Talent is there, but it's only half of it. Honestly, football, well, any sports or anything in life, but especially sports, it's half of it. So, hey, why do you think Rashford's got this celebration? Like, it's mentality. Like, it's so huge. It's a huge part of anything in life. Honestly, nobody in this world is successful with a bad mentality. You won't find anyone.
I think it's just time for him to leave. What do you think?
I don't think he'll play for us again.
Yeah, I think he needs to go.
I think he goes out on loan because we won't be able to.
And this is why I hate to compare it, but I have nothing but respect for Anthony for just grinding it out. And he just had a freaking girl trying to finish his career whilst he was probably dealing with that. In his head.
Well, it's been going on for a while, which I think is why he's been a bit poor at the start of the season.
Of course.
Thinking about it.
Do you know how mad I am if I don't just get enough sleep?
I know.
Let alone having some crazy thing in your life brewing in the back.
Yeah.
And people are expecting you to play 100%. And that shows you that we don't know everything that goes on behind the scenes. True. We don't. And I hope that it's cleared out. And he was so emotional. I hope that it's fully cleared out. He can come back happy. And the best players are the happy players. They're the best
100%.
players. But anyways, Beth, thank you very much. We have been live for nearly an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah, nearly an hour. Time is absolutely
flies
flown. Time has flown. Yes. It was very good. How did you enjoy it? Did you like it?
I loved my debut. How was my debut successful?
I think so.
Do you think the fans like me?
I think so. Would you guys want Beth back, or is it #Beth in or #Beth out?
Exactly.
Let us know in the chat. But thank you all for joining me today. I will be live on the United Stand in exactly 53 minutes. So on time, Faz, it is. And yeah, I'll be breaking down all the latest on Jadon Sancho, Maguire stuff, the sale as well, talking a little bit about that.
Might get in the chat.
And everything else that will be latest. So catch me on the United Stand then. But thank you very much for Beth. As always, make sure you go check Beth out. Obviously, everywhere. You're so popular. Nobody needs to check you out, to be fair.
Yeah,
you're like the most popular female in football.
No, I'm not.
Who is?
Laura Woods.
I think you can go toe to toe with her.
Oh, that's cute.
No, serious. I'm not saying because I know you. I think you could.
Oh, thanks, Faz.
But your ball knowledge is about 98. 98.
Well, I shouldn't take it from you anyway.
This is what I mean.
I'm joking.
This is what I mean.
Thank you everyone for having me.
Yeah.
I will be back. I'll be banging on the studio door if you don't let me back in.
No, you will come back. I promise you, you'll come back. But yeah, thank you all, and I will catch you on United Stand at 8 p.m.